Greetings everybody and welcome to Madrid Ball. Hope you all are doing good. Today I have made a video for you Madridistas analyzing how we can use Martin Odegaard in the upcoming season, which formations can he be fit into, and we will also discuss about the interview Fede Valverde had very recently in which he spoke about Real's aspirations for the upcoming season. So stay tuned till the end of the video. It is looking highly unlikely right now that we will have any more additions to the squad considering the financial instability that the club is in currently. So I decided, let's work with what we have, as Zidane will have to, and let's see how Martin Odegaard can be a very important player for us this season. Now, as many of you already know, ideally Real Madrid had planned to loan Odegaard for a 2-year-long loan spell to Real Sociedad, and a few months ago that is something that was looking very likely as well. But the world has changed in the past few months, and so has the desire of Real Madrid, who have now decided to use Odegaard as a kind of a new signing for the 2020-2021 season. Zidane had personally called Odegaard up when he was at his native place to inform him that he was going to be an important piece for the upcoming season, and then Odegaard, without any second thought, picked up his bag and baggage and came back to the Spanish capital and is now training with Real Madrid's first team, as you can see in this picture. Now the question arises, where does Odegaard fit in? Which position Zidane will choose to use Odegaard in? How can Zidane get the best out of this young Norwegian? So let's start discussing the positions that this talented midfielder can take up. In the 4-3-3 setup, which looks very likely to return next season with the number of attackers at our disposal, Zidane can firstly use Odegaard in the right midfield position, the one in which we so often see Modric. Odegaard predominantly is a left-footed player and operates more often as the attacking-minded midfielder of the team. He played in this position at Real Sociedad as well, where he was given the license to show his attacking flair, and also he can drop deep and help in building up an attack. Playing in a little advanced territory on the right, he can easily cut in and have a crack at goal or link up with the right winger, whomever Zidane chooses, and form a deadly duo on the right side of attack. Now I won't say that he is someone with an eye for goal, but certainly at times he can be very effective with his shooting. So this is one position in which Odegaard can build good chemistry with Carvajal, who would be running up and down the right flank, and the winger who would be making runs getting behind the last line of defense. Odegaard has good crossing ability and has an eye to make key passes, opening up the opposition's defense, so it won't really be a surprise if he plays very well in that position. Next setup that we can see Odegaard in is the 4-4-2 diamond midfield with Odegaard at the tip linking the attack and the midfield. We have seen Zidane has quite often gone with this formation, that too in a few very big matches in the Champions League. We have seen Isco operate in that area in the 4-man midfield alongside Kroos, Casemiro and Modric. Isco was provided the liberty to roam freely and make passes for the attackers up front. He also used to drop deep and help in carrying the ball forward. We can see Odegaard play a similar role. He can easily operate in that area. With a 4-man midfield, ball retention and possession will be much better, and Real will have a greater amount of control in the midfield. Odegaard will likely have Hazard and Benzema ahead of him, who will be trying to make runs behind the defense, and Odegaard, with his vision, would be looking to ping balls behind the defense for the attackers in the final third of the pitch. Carvajal and Mendy will play a vital role joining in attack and making those overlapping runs, receiving those through balls from Martin Odegaard. Now coming to the third setup that we can see Odegaard in is the 4-2-3-1 formation, with him being positioned just behind the striker in a number 10 role. He can have a free role at the center of the park where he can float freely and roam according to his will. He can link up with the striker and feed balls to the wide midfielders and overlapping fullbacks. He is just tailor-made for this role. The presence of two defensively set up midfielders would give Odegaard the license to focus on linking up with the attackers, breaking lines and channel some beautiful passes in the path of the attackers. Him operating in the number 10 position will be a constant threat for the opposition. Odegaard, along with the centre forward ahead of him, would be grabbing the attention of the defense, and this will allow the wide players to run into spaces and create havoc in the opposition's area in front of goal. Odegaard will also have the flexibility to drop deep and start attacks. Also, he can become very important in controlling the tempo of the game. He can rattle the opposition with his silky passes and flicks and make opposition dance to his tune if he plays in full swing. There is a lot of excitement regarding Martin Odegaard joining us for the upcoming season. It is also expected that he will be taking up more minutes minutes from Modric. But we have to remember here that both Modric and Odegaard have different attributes and have different player profiles. Modric generally is a player who pulls the strings in the middle of the park, helps in ball retention, and can slot across various positions in central midfield due to his flexibility, and does a lot of defensive work as well. On the other hand, Odegaard is much of an attack-minded player who will add more flair to our gameplay. He's young and will add a lot of energy to our midfield. He may have to work a bit on his defensive work although, so we have to wait and see how Zidane uses Martin Odegaard. If Zidane has personally requested him to be in the squad, then certainly he must have been promised minutes on the pitch as well. So we may see a lot of Martin Odegaard next season, and let's hope that he develops into a world-class midfielder under the tutelage of one of the greatest attacking midfielders of all time. Now coming to another young sensation who had a wonderful season as well, it's Fede Valverde. He too will be looking to nail a position in the starting lineup this season. In an interview, Fede Valverde spoke to Real Madrid.com. He spoke about the training session and the aspirations for the upcoming season. He said, "The first week has gone very well. We are all very excited and happy. I am proud of wearing the Real Madrid shirt for another season, and we are all focused on our targets ahead so that we can aim for the top." He further went on to say, "I feel very well and happy, and as I said, it makes me proud to wear this shirt once again. It gives me extra motivation to keep working and developing as a player, and also as a person to keep representing Real Madrid in the best way possible. We will go after every trophy as we have always done. As the coach and the team say, we have responsibility to at least aim for that goal." Those are some good positive words ahead of the season. He is a class act, Fede Valverde. He has improved a lot last season, although I would say that his magic did wane off towards the end of the season after the resumption of football. It looked as if his rhythm was broken. Also, the resurgence of Modric restricted his minutes, who was sensational after the break. Hopefully, Valverde can use all that positive energy and come up with some great performances this upcoming season. He is a determined player, has good work ethic. He had some very big performances last season, that too in big matches. This season he needs to take another step forward, and it would be delightful to see him alongside Martin Odegaard striking a partnership in the midfield. Yeah, I would like to know what are your expectations from Martin Odegaard and Fede Valverde. How do you think Zidane would use these young sensations? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hope you like this video. For more Real Madrid news and analysis, subscribe to my channel and give a thumbs up on your way out. I will see you soon. Till then, as always, Hala Madrid.
Yeah.